Hello Python enthusiasts, let us understand the difference between assignment operator, copy and deep copy. So first we will start with the assignment operator. So here I have declared one list and after that I am trying to copy the list 1 content into the list 2. So what happened in background if I write down list 2 equal to list 1? So if I try to print the IDs of this list 1 and list 2, in that case you are able to find out we are getting the same addresses. That means both list 1 and list 2 is referring to the same address, that is nothing but end with the 792. After that, I have print the list 1 and list 2. Now, I want to update the list 1 with value 24. And after that, I am trying to print the values of list 1 and list 2. You are able to identify 24 is updated in list 1 and list 2. And also I am trying to update the values of list 2 with 241. In that case also list 1 and list 2 is updated with 241. So that was a drawback in case of your assignment operator because here the list 2 is created with the help of sharing the references of list 1. Any changes we are going to make in any of the list 1 and list 2, it will be affected in another list. So that was the reason we have to think about the copy. So if you want to go for copy, you need to import a copy module. Again, I have declared a list 1 and after that I have created a copy of list 1 with the help of list1.copy. And if you try to print the IDs of this list 1 and list 2, they are different. That means two separate references are considered for list 1 and list 2. After that, I am trying to print the values of list 1 and list 2. Now, if I want to update the list 1 and list 2 with some value like 24 and 55, that values are updated in respective list only. So that was the advantageous part in case of your copy. So now you can check the output, the value 24 and 55 is updated in respective list only. But one of the drawback in case of your copy is nothing but it will perform a shallow copy. So now this shallow copy is not going to support for a nested list. So first we will understand what is the concept of this shallow copy. Shallow copy is going to create a new object but do not create the copies of the nested object within the original object. So shallow copies are created by copying the top level structure of the object and any references to the nested object. That means changes to the nested object in original may be reflected in the shallow copy and vice versa. So here again I have created a list 2 with the help of copy and after that I have just printed the IDs as well as the list. And now I am trying to print the IDs of list 1 and list 2 for nested list at the location, or we can say at the index 2. Now you can check the addresses. These two addresses are end with the 560. That means nested list have the same references. So if you try to update any changes to these two nested structure, that will be reflected to other. So that was a drawback in case if you are using a copy, it is copying a top level structure of object and any references to the nested object. This means that the changes to the nested object in original may be reflected to the shallow copy and vice versa. So now we understand that copy is going to create a shallow copy and that shallow copy concept won't work for the nested list. So now we can go for the concept of deep copy which will work for the nested list. Let us understand with the help of example. So here I have declared a list 1 and I am trying to create a copy of list 1 with the help of copy.deepcopy list 1. And if I try to print the IDs of list 1 and list 2, you are able to identify two different IDs are printed. After that, I have printed a list 1 and list 2. And now I am trying to print the IDs of nested list. For that, I have given two printf statement. And if you check the IDs which is printed with the help of these two printf statement having two different references. That means in case of your deep copy, we are performing copy of all the nested object within the original object to create completely a different copy. And in that case, if you try to update the values of nested copy, it is updated respectively. That means for this example, it is updated for list 2 and list 1 is not updated with the value 90. Hope so it is clear to you what is the difference between assignment operator, shallow copy and deep copy. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.